have seen the past performance of silver exceeding virtually all other assets. In silver, there are half a dozen major products. First of all would be the U.S. Silver Eagle, which is a 1-ounce coin. The U.S. Mint started to strike those in 1986, and they strike them every year until the present, and hopefully into the future if they don't run out of silver. And then there's the Canadian 1-ounce Silver Maple Leaf and the Silver Philharmonic, which compete with the Silver Eagle. 1 ounce of pure silver. Now, there's also 100-ounce bars and 1,000-ounce bars. So the 100-ounce bars are delivered to people. The 1,000-ounce bars they can store at our storage facility with Brinks. In other words, Brinks stores silver, and they give you a storage receipt with a serial number of the bar, and it's your name on the bar. So it's absolutely impervious to anybody getting in between you and your silver. Other products, silver coin bags. Prior to 1964, not prior to 1965, the U.S. government produced silver coins, which were 90% silver. The Franklin halves, the Kennedy $50 in 1964, Washington quarters, Roosevelt dimes, Walking Liberty $50. We sell all those in $1,000 face value, or $500 face value, or $250 face value, which we call quarter bags, half bags, or full bags. It's $1,000 face, 715 ounces of silver because there's been a little wear. Uncirculated bags of those are also sometimes available, and that's 725 ounces of silver. Great products, great silver roll coins. A lot of them have been melted over the years, so we think that's an excellent way to go. So you have those bars, those coins are smaller bars, 10-ounce bars, 1-ounce bars. There's Canadian silver dollars, there's U.S. silver dollars, the old Morgan dollar in circulated condition is popular. The peace dollars from 1921 through 35 are also popular. So we have all kinds of silver products that have been appreciating, and we're really comfortable advising people to buy any and all of those. We have 60 brokers, and when they get an order, lock in an order with a customer, they call the trading department, and then they keep track of inventory and what we have available, and they go ahead with the procedure, and then operations takes over, and then of course the payment comes in, and then the shipping department gets involved. So it's a pretty straightforward process. We like to see everything, make sure we don't have anything funny. There's always a possibility in some coins of a counterfeit, although not too frequent, but we like to check everything, weigh everything, make sure that everything's in order. And we don't do any drop shipping. A lot of our competitors will use some other source. They might have somebody in New York or California ship for them, but we don't like that. We have to see the goods and make sure that it's appropriate. And then we send it out registered and insured mail. We've been in business 36 years, and we've sold almost $3 billion, delivered almost $3 billion worth of gold and silver, and without a problem. You know, some of our brokers have been here for 30 years, 25, 30 years. They've been with us a long time, and 60 individuals. We monitor them. We have a compliance officer who listens in, especially the new guys, to make sure that they're sticking to the facts and they've learned the important lessons about this product. The older brokers are occasionally listened to make sure that we're not straying from prudent advice. We have the world's best, in my opinion, world's best silver analyst in Theodore Butler, who has been right on over the past 9 or 10 years since he affiliated with us and what's transpired in the silver market. So we think we offer a lot. A lot of people put a portion, or some people put all their 401k money into gold and silver. It's easily done. We're equipped to do that, and it's safe and secure. We're comfortable with it. You know, we buy back every day. There's material flowing in and out of our company, and we've always liquidated what we sold, and a lot of what other people have sold. In 1980, basically, everything was backed up for most of the dealers in the Midwest, and we had to buy all their stuff too. So we've only not traded for about a half hour in 1980 when things just were unmanageable for a brief period of time. Other than that, we've always stood our ground and repurchased the things that we sold. I like to look at it as a form of savings, a savings account. I would rather have this silver than I would have a bank account holding dollars. The dollars have been depreciating. You have to have a long-term outlook on this, and that you're going to hold it for a long term. Then I think you're going to be far better off than in other competing assets. There's probably greater affinity for precious metals in, say, China and India than there is in the U.S. India is a big silver society in terms of ownership, and the Chinese have just been been legalized to own silver, so they're buying a lot of silver. I got a call from somebody from 1978, and they said they'd forgotten where we were, but they saw our ad on television, so that restored their knowledge of our whereabouts, and they gave us a call. I think 36 years is testimony to the fact that we're enduring and we do a good job. You know, people sometimes have the wrong idea about enterprise, that somehow they're victimizing the customers, but you know, that's not the way it works. If you victimize your customers, you go out of business. And the people that take care of their customers and with integrity are the ones that survive and flourish.
And now, for a no-obligation free consultation, call Investment Rarities today to speak with a silver and gold precious metals expert. 1-800-328-1860. Or go to investmentrarities.com.